So it's almost week 3 since a task team was appointed to try and bring back up to the surface hundreds of illegal miners at Shaft 11 of the old Stilfontein gold mine. And we've just had the National Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola visit the site a short while ago. And outside of all the politicking and all the politicking that we've seen over the past couple of weeks, I think he's been able to give us an honest account of what he believes has stalled, I suppose, this operation. We expected it to get underway, at least phase 3 to get underway sometime this week. It's the end of the week and we've seen nothing of phase 3. The mining experts haven't returned in about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, and there's no movement outside the voluntary expedition by the community members, I suppose, that are able to bring 1 or 2 people up. More dead bodies really than warm bodies is what we've seen. What Fannie Masemola has told us in his visit is that it is proving to be a lot trickier than anticipated. I could have told you that for free, but to get it straight from the horse's mouth counts for a bit. And he says the red tape again boils down to the issue of safety and now the issue of funding. I've told you before that the operation is estimated to cost about R1 million a day, and there's still a bit of a tug and war trying to figure out who exactly is going to foot that bill. And so he says there's a quotation that requires an upfront payment. Once that's been figured out and that's been sorted out, the wheels can get going, I suppose. But again, it boils down to these two issues, the issue of safety and the issue of money. Who's going to foot the bill? We don't know, again, what this means for the timeline. How much does it actually stretch it by? How much longer can we expect to be here? By the looks of things, Christmas might come and we'll still be here. And so there is still the issue of time and the need to get this operation done a lot quicker. So the Pretoria High Court earlier this week had ruled that, given an interim court order allowing for food to be lowered down to the illegal miners. But there's a question of whether this impacts the ability to bring them up. If you're giving them supplies, does that mean they're going to spend a lot more time there, given again that they're bringing more dead bodies up than they are bringing warm bodies up? An honest account, by all means, by Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola, saying that police are really stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Well, you can say that we are caught in a rock and between a rock and a hard place. But of course, yes, the amount of food that has been sent there definitely might encourage people to stay there for another year or so, which is a problem. Hence, we wanted to limit the food, but unfortunately, the court said they didn't put any limitation, meaning anything can go as it did go. So it posed a challenge, which we will go back to the drawing board and say, how do we map and how do we plan forward? Unfortunately, it wasn't us. It's the court that says anything can go. Remember, it was in misinterpretation according to the court that we misinterpreted that there can't be limitation. So now we are here where we are. Food, water, everything has went down, and it's going to be up to them whether they would want to come back, and they might decide they carry on working. So we'll go back to the drawing board and see how this is finalized. But of course, remember, the case has been postponed at the High Court to next week, which we will go and argue our case there and explain the reason why we said initially, according to us, we shouldn't allow more food but limited supply, which unfortunately from last week Sunday we were found to say we were wrong. We shouldn't limit what goes down.
Nokukhanya Mtambo, Eyewitness News in Stilfontein, Northwest.